Wrestling fans from around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Maurice.
And I'm Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
It took him a second.
Always does.
Before we get to this great full-length episode of Memories and Legends, check out some of our great friends you can help support the cause to keep more Memories and Legends coming your way.
Cheer! Why, hello! I would ask what was on your mind, but I already know. You want to know what has got my beard looking oh so majestic. And I'll tell you, it's sexy as hell beard care. Coconut oil, vitamin E oil, almond oil, both sweet and bitter, shea butter, it's all natural. Yes, JTG has actually come out with a high quality product, so support your boy by going to sahbeardcare.com and take one step closer to becoming sexy as hell. Cheer. Ooh, cheer. You know?
The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
We're friends, Andre, please.
Maybe you'll believe this, Hogan.
You will never, ever see it again.
Austin face to face with McMahon.
Nobody tells Stone Cold Steve Austin what to do or when to do it.
And that's the bottom line.
Neither of these superstars is leaving this match without a few scars.
The story will end with me becoming the Universal Champion.
I don't think I've ever seen two more evenly matched competitors in my life.
WWE's Greatest Rivalries, available online or wherever books are sold.
Wrestling fans, check out the brand new lapel pin from our friends at Crimson Mask. Inspired by Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon, it's Bang 316. Only $8 each or 2 for $12. If you think it makes a great holiday gift, give me a hell yeah. Get yours today at crimsonmask.bigcartel.com.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans, welcome to another episode of Wrestling Insiders. I'm Dan Maurice, joined by Tinder's favorite member.
Absolutely.
Mr. David Carter himself. Tell you
Yes.
this, it's almost like a farm. He's got so much bacon around him. And it's always sizzling. Don't let him tell you otherwise. Wrestling fans, the road to WrestleMania is underway. So much to talk about. Tony Atlas joins us live in studio Saturday night, March the 30th. We'll have information scrolling on the screen. WrestleCon, we're going to have Tony Atlas, Zeb Coulter, Jerry Briscoe, and Wes Briscoe with us. And then, WrestleMania Sunday itself, we head on over to mark out at the Meadowlands, just minutes away from MetLife Stadium. Zeb Coulter will be with us, and make sure you have that. What do they need to bring with them?
Money, money, money. Yeah,
money, money, yeah. JTG, Shad Gaspard, Crime Time. Join us at that great convention.
Brooklyn.
Tell you, baby, I'm ready to hit
And
Brooklyn.
if you come to those, tell us that you watch our show. If you do, let us know. That'd be kind of cool, right? If they come, oh yeah, we watch your show, and I thought that'd
How
be
much
pretty
are you
cool.
going to charge for pose photos with you?
Oh, no, I'm not taking no photos. I'm just saying, I think it'd be cool.
Well, what if a fan wanted to have a pose
That's
photo
free
with
of charge.
you?
I don't mind,
Free.
But what I'm saying is that I think it'd be kind of cool if you're coming to WrestleMania and you watch this. Let us know. It'd be cool to interact with you.
Now, for the fans that come to WrestleCon, female fans, if they wear the right form of footwear, Tony would probably let them walk on
Absolutely. Make sure you wear that right form
Talk
of
about a
footwear,
WrestleMania memory, getting to walk on Tony Atlas at WrestleCon.
Oh.
Hey, you know what? We'll have a camera. You never
Exactly.
know.
We'll see what happens.
Stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, we got some headline news from what I understand.
Yes, the first
latest
one.
and greatest in the world of professional wrestling.
Yep, I thought this was the biggest one of this week so far was Jim Ross part ways with WWE and signs a multi-year deal with AEW. I don't know what the money is, didn't say anything like that, but it only made sense. I kind of knew it was going to happen once way back when we talked about it on this show that he wasn't probably going to re-sign with WWE and he was going to go to AEW with Chris Jericho. It's sad, but it's good for him because honestly, I don't know if he's going to be backstage. He's going to be an announcer. I don't know. They haven't said, but it's cool. It's good for him, you know?
If I was starting up a Major League Wrestling company, he'd be one of the first people I'd attempt to sign. I'll put it like that.
Yep.
You know, he's not a young man anymore. I'm sure he wants to enjoy the work he puts forth. He's made a lot of money in his lifetime. He's been very, very successful at everything he's done. He can add a lot to AEW. I would make him the voice of the company. The one thing that kills Raw week in and week out is that their pitchman, their salesman, their play-by-play guy, Michael Cole, is horrendous at what he does.
Absolutely.
He's good at interviews. He's good at voiceovers. He cannot effectively call and sell a professional wrestling match, sell wrestling characters, sell wrestling vendettas. He's just not good at it. There's a lot of things Michael Cole is good at. The commentary is not one of them. No. That could be one way right off the bat AEW is better than WWE by putting Jim Ross in that role. He's also very good at the talent relations department if they wanted to go that route, where the company already has so many executive vice presidents, maybe not, but it would make me want to go out of my way to watch the show more if Jim Ross was doing the commentary, and that's a good thing.
I just want to, you know who's a pretty good commentary team? It's off the subject. Is Josh Matthew and Don Callis. I know you don't watch Impact, but for me, I actually enjoy them too. They're really good.
I saw it one night on the internet, and I don't remember thinking anything bad about it. Maybe I need to hear it more.
Yeah, I definitely think you would enjoy it. At least Josh Matthews, I think he's a younger voice, and he gets it. You know what I mean? I
didn't think he was that bad in WWE.
No, when he called me either. That was just out there. Next, I was very excited when I read this. Fox wants an edgier product of SmackDown when it comes on it. They want it to be TV 14. I thought that's fantastic, and we're finally going to get somewhat back to where WWE was at its best.
You can have a show that's PG. You can have a show that's TV 14. You can have a show that's TVG. You could have a show that's TVMA. Right. Just like any other multifaceted entertainment company, you can have some variety. Everything doesn't need to be the same.
Right.
I think it's great to have one show be different than the other one. I think fans for a long time, older fans, have wanted to see a more edgier product. I don't want to say dangerous. I mean, I don't think anything is going to be ultra-violent in this PC world we live in, but yeah, I hope it goes TV 14.
Me too.
Great news, if true.
Oh, definitely. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are pretty much probably leaving WWE. They're at a standstill with the contract, but I don't see them signing. The poor guys, they want to work. They don't want to be one of those guys to collect paychecks. They want to work, and they're great talent. WWE didn't use them from the start. I don't think right. I think they were so hot in Japan, and then they just brought them here and basically just signed them so they couldn't do anything else anywhere else. I mean, they're fantastic.
No, that's not why they signed them. They were pretty much a package deal with AJ Styles at that point.
Right, but
I believe it was
what
set
happened
up
then?
When they called WWE from Dixie Carter's house. What happened? They just didn't appeal to Vince McMahon at the end of the day. If they appealed to Vince McMahon, they would have received a tremendous push.
I don't know why. Carl Anderson is in great shape. Gallows is in great shape. They look good. They're a great tag team. They have a gimmick. I mean, it's a great gimmick, too. Wherever else they do it, it works. It's just they won't let them do it here. Obviously, you can't do the Bullet Club, but you could have done something.
They deserved a much better fate than they've received.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Especially with the lack of tag teams, period, right now. Especially good ones. They're not even working? They're not on the road?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The last Raw, what do you call when I was watching
SmackDown.
Yes, well, that's what I'm saying. The last SmackDown, they were at home. One was in Florida, one was in Atlanta.
Well, I hope they land in a spot where they can contribute and make good money. I think
Battle Royal.
I thought the first couple of months when they were in WWE with AJ Styles, it wasn't too bad. The night that turned me off completely to them was the night of the draft in Worcester in 2016, when they just had Cena pin Gallus in the middle of a meaningless six-man tag team match that probably 99.9% of the people watching don't remember.
Yeah,
and from there, it's been, they did the testicle thing the next month, and it's been downhill from there.
Awful.
Disappointing.
Yep. And then
uncreative.
Yeah. Speaking of creative, Jeff Jarrett joins the WWE creative team. What do you think?
You know what? For better or worse, the man has been around the industry his entire life. He's wrestled in major wrestling companies. He's booked major wrestling companies. He's owned a major wrestling company. He's had his struggles in recent years, but he's come out of it on the right side of the ground. I think he can contribute positively. I'm sure he has some untapped ideas in that head of his. I think he's definitely worth giving a chance to. Whether it works out long-term or not remains to be seen, but he's definitely someone that's worth a major look at.
Absolutely.
I'm glad he's in WWE.
Yeah, definitely. From here, we had some sad news. Wally Yamaguchi passed away. He was the manager of Kai-En-Tai. What do you think?
I had some friends that knew him well. I don't know if I ever met him. If anything, it might have been that SummerSlam 98 weekend when Kai-En-Tai was doing the huge feud with Val Venus.
Oh, Choppy,
and before that, the oddities. Remember the big
like that one,
handicap match at SummerSlam 98?
Did you like Choppy, your pee-pee?
No, I did not.
That was your favorite segment.
Choppy, your pee-pee.
Yeah.
Well, they castrated themselves
Vinnie
with
Mac
that
Daddy
one.
Baby made that one.
Yeah, and it showed.
Give it something to everybody.
Anytime we lose one of the Brotherhood, it's a sad day.
Absolutely.
He wasn't exactly an old guy. He's someone that had tremendous influence, especially in Japan, with his involvement in the different magazines, and that went on involvement in different wrestling promotions. You know, I'm sorry for the people that might have been fans of his, or especially those within the business that I think would have appreciated him more than wrestling fans would have on camera.
Yeah.
All right, so wrestling fans, I'm hearing that music in the background. It is WrestleMania weekend, but before we get to WrestleMania weekend, this weekend, WWE's in town 3 nights in a row. It kicks off Sunday, March the 24th. The road to WrestleMania comes to the Mullins Center in Amherst, Massachusetts.
Amherst. On Sunday, March 24th, WWE Live returns on the road to WrestleMania with a massive main event as Braun Strowman collides with Baron Corbin in an epic battle. Plus, anything goes when Finn Balor takes on Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre in a brutal triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. And don't miss your favorite superstars. It's WWE Live on the road to WrestleMania in Amherst, Sunday, March 24th. Tickets are available.
They're ready to take their rightful place amongst the literary greats. Who, you ask?
The New Day!
That's who. It's the Book of Booty. Shake it, love it, never be it. It's the feel-good story of the rise of the New Day. Loaded with games, trivia, coloring pages, and so much more. The Book of Booty. Shake it, love it, never be it. Available now, online, or wherever books are sold.
Wrestling fans, we are back. I can't get enough wrestling this time of year. It's just a feel-good emotion running through my body. It's like you when you get those alerts on your phone.
Oh,
when you see the little smiley face from the Tinder women.
Oh, I love it.
All right. You do. Yes, you do love it. You do.
All right.
We got more headline news?
Oh, absolutely.
What do we got?
This is probably the biggest disappointment for you. I know you're very upset about this. Brie Bella is retiring.
She is?
Yeah.
When did she come out of retirement?
I don't know, but I know you're very upset about it.
Nobody cares. If anything, if we did a poll on that, it would probably be about 90% thumbs up.
Let me ask you something.
Contributed nothing. Very, I'm sure when they went out there, they worked very hard, but they just, nothing to resonate with a professional wrestling fan. Pretty ladies. They married well. They dated well. Their mother married well. I can't think of a good Brie Bella match. She had a heavily choreographed one with Stephanie McMahon a few SummerSlams ago that they rehearsed for a few weeks. But as far as a match she went out there and called, just bad, lousy, offered nothing, was more of a turn off than a turn on, led to a generation in a time period where totally discredited what the women did in the ring. Their reality show was a turn off to fans. Their presence was a turn off to a lot of fans. It wasn't, boo, let's have fun with the show, we don't like you. It was, we just don't like you, go away. And there was a percentage of fans that did enjoy them, just not that many compared to those that don't.
Yeah.
No loss.
From there, we have Harlem Heat getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Can you dig that, sucker?
I hate to say it, because Booker T is a Hall of Fame professional wrestler.
Because they didn't do it in WWE, is that why?
Nothing to do with that.
Then what?
Not a Hall of Fame team. Name me the best Harlem Heat match you can think of.
Directed to Dan Marotti. That is terrible.
What is the best Harlem Heat match you can think of?
Plenty of matches.
What? All right, name me a couple.
They had great matches. Oh my God!
When?
I have to go back in WCW, but they had plenty.
Can you give me one?
Well, now that you put me on the spot, I mean, I mean, I can't think of any right off the bat, but I mean, it's like anything.
So this Hall of Fame tandem.
Okay, you know what?
You're not the only one. You're not the only one, brother.
Okay, no. When they had their matches with the Nasty Boys, those were all good matches.
Which one?
Or with Public Enemy, they were great.
Which one?
I don't need to list them. When they had those
Name me
matches.
a pay-per-view.
Oh my God, Dan, you're being ridiculous.
I could remember the time they worked them on pay-per-view, the Nasty Boys.
Those are the times.
And you thought those were Hall of Fame quality matches?
Of course, and they made a name. They drew money. They drew houses. That's what it's all about.
No. You can dispute the quality of their work, and if they're Hall of Fame bound, they did not draw anything ever.
Of course they did.
What? Where?
They weren't
when?
the only ones. What are you talking about? Stevie Ray had, and it's probably a way to get Stevie Ray, because remember Stevie Ray had his own little thing too at the end as with Big T, your buddy Ahmed Johnson. So you know what? It's probably a way to get him in there too by himself. You know, I don't know. But
Stevie Ray was horrible.
No,
horrible.
what I'm saying
is
that,
and you know what? This is going to be another one of those subjects where I just think, should I really say what I'm thinking and really say what I know, and I'm not sure. So you add a little bit more until I decide what route to go.
You can go any route you want. I think
all right.
Here it is. It's a debatable thing. And like, you know, I believe this. If you worked in the business and you did something in the business, everybody one day should be in the Hall of Fame. If you did something and
then
you
it's not a Hall of Fame if you do that.
Of course it is.
Anyone that ever did anything in the wrestling business.
Give me the address.
What difference does it make?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is there's no spot for it. So if you did something, everybody should obviously be in there at some point. That did something, that drew something, that sold some tickets, that had merchandise. You know, that did something. Just like with you, Torrie Wilson. Edge said it best about Torrie Wilson this past week. That when we had that complaint that you said she didn't, she drew money. She was there.
What money did she draw?
She drew money. She had segments. And it wasn't her fault that it was bra and panty matches back then. That's what they were doing back then. That's why. So you know what? I agree with him.
Can you think of
Edge
any Torrie Wilson match that was any good?
They were bra and panty matches. It was different
then.
She
never had a non-bra and panty match.
No, they were all like that.
Every match that woman had in her run of 10 years in WWE.
But that's how it was.
Well, that's what you just said.
But that's how it was. It was pretty much bra and panty match. And then she had a nice segment with her father out. Like, she did do things.
All right. I'm going to put it like this. And again, I think Torrie Wilson's a really cool lady.
Yep.
A very attractive lady. A memorable lady. She is a memorable lady. But did she do anything that's Hall of Fame worthy? No. Nothing. It's just like Harlem Heat. Were they a good tag team? Yes. I enjoyed Harlem Heat very much. Very much. But they did absolutely nothing Hall of Fame worthy. They were, what were they, 10-time tag team champions?
Yeah, so there you go.
They were given the tag team titles ad nauseum because they changed the titles every other week.
But still, there you go.
No. Here's the thing, and this is where the reason that Harlem Heat is going to go in, ladies and gentlemen, is because every year WWE finds the need to put in one woman, deserving or not, and someone that's black, deserving or not.
Wrong.
Booker T is a Hall of Fame quality wrestler.
Wrong.
Sure is.
Wrong.
Booker T is a Hall of Fame.
Oh, he is, absolutely.
All right.
So isn't
Stevie Ray is not.
But Harlem Heat is.
And I'll say this. You want to know what else? It kind of irked people that I spoke with off the record, was that because of some of the racial issues that went on in WCW, that both Booker T and Stevie Ray made more than Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Hey,
you don't think that's a little off?
I don't know nothing about the money. I'm talking about the Hall of Fame right now, pal.
Then no.
And like I said, I'm going to agree with Edge, who drew a bunch of money in the business, who's a Hall of Famer, agreeing with Hall of Fame getting in there, and Harlem Heat getting in there, and Torrie Wilson. Then Dan Marotti sitting right next to me.
He also thought it helped him playing the kazoo on
You know
television.
what I mean? We're talking about that was awesome.
Yeah.
And it drew a lot of money too.
No.
Oh,
it did not. It killed him as a headliner going in. That's why it took him.
Edge and Christian were
I'm not saying they weren't.
That's why they have their own show
What
on
I'm
the network.
saying is the stupidity that they did early on made it harder for them to get over as main event
And that's
talent.
why Edge is how many time tag team champion? 11
At
times?
a time when the business was down.
It's always been down since Attitude Era. It's all.
But
it's
if
done
he
is
was
gone
so
down.
good, why didn't he draw?
Well, then from John Cena on, John Cena shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame then, because you know what? It's been down since he's been around. It's always been going down. You can't use that.
The thing you can say about John Cena is, has it been a down period during his main event run? Yes. But the caveat there is, you can put his name on a show and it enhances business.
So doesn't if you put Edge.
No.
Yes, of course.
And let me tell you this. I think the world of Edge. I would rather see.
You're wrong.
I'd rather see one Edge match compared to 20 John Cena matches.
You're wrong.
I think Edge is one of the great talents of this generation.
Right.
Was he a draw? No.
No, it's because nobody cared then. Like I was, you know.
But if he was
go
that,
into this real quick.
But here's the thing: if someone
here we go. I don't think you have the same fan as you had back then. So the fans that you have now, it's going to be less. We don't have the same fans as we did back then.
Right.
So that's why it was less. Not because he didn't draw, because the fans weren't there. The fans aren't there anymore like they were back then. Wrestling's a different thing now.
What you can say about Cena again is, he didn't do 80s business, Attitude Era business, Bruno business, but he's also someone that created new fans. There's a lot of people that know him that aren't wrestling fans. He became, I wouldn't say a household name, but pretty close to it.
Later on, once he started doing all this stuff. But for his first 4 years, he didn't do anything like that.
I've always been a believer if someone is talented enough, they can help turn business.
They almost got rid of John Cena.
Tremendous.
And they almost got rid of John Cena at a point, too. So, like...
Well, that has nothing to do with the point I'm trying to make now. But that's what I'm saying.
So it took a while, for him to get going. So it's always been down.
He was one of the best heels of this generation.
This is how the business went. Attitude Era.
And I'll tell you this. You want to know how much I believe in Edge? Maybe to put my final point in. When I was asked to vote in the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame, I only picked 4 people, and Edge was one of them.
Well,
so I
good.
think I don't dislike Edge at all.
I'm going to take what he says over anything else that anybody else has to say, because you know what? He has a good opinion. He didn't even need to say anything about it, but he did.
Well,
anyways,
Harlem
we're going
Heat
back
is
on
not
for a nice
deserving
happy
of any
story
Hall
that I
of-
think me and
maybe
you will
the
agree with.
WCW Hall of
All
Fame,
right,
but
here we
certainly
go.
not
Anyways,
the WWE Hall of
moving on
Fame.
to a happy
I
story
still
I
want to
think
know
you'll
what
agree
match
with
you
you
thought
too.
was good.
I told you, Nasty Boys in Harlem Heat was great.
Which one?
That was a great one.
Can't think of it.
Yeah, I can't think of the pay-per-view.
No.
Anyways,
Any of them.
Okay.
He just knows they wrestled sometime.
Yeah,
What year did they have good matches?
96, 97, 95. Right. They were all good.
Saturday
Night's Live, they all had
Saturday Night Live,
I'm
really?
sorry.
The Nasty Boys in Harlem Heat?
You know what I'm saying.
That would have been an interesting street fight.
Anyways, moving on. We're happy about this. Robbie E., Stokely Hathaway, and Cal Bloom all got signed, but the big one was Robbie E. I thought that was cool. After 19 years of trying to get to WWE, he finally got signed by him. Stokely Hathaway, you probably have no idea who that is.
Oh, I know who he is.
How? You don't watch any of that.
Like I said, I'm in tune with a lot.
So who is he?
He's a manager, an African-American manager.
Not just a manager, though. He's been actually wrestling more than he's managing. That's why I was going to say to you, what do you think he's going to be doing in WWE?
I've never seen him wrestle.
Dude,
I can't comment on that. It would be nice.
All his last year was been wrestling.
It would be nice if they brought back the role of a manager.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Do you think because his past was a manager, his whole last year, 2018 into 19, was all wrestling?
Well, I tell you this.
His last match was against Orange Cassidy from Evolve.
He's a very small guy to wrestle.
Right.
Just based upon the picture of him.
Right, he is. He's a smaller guy, but he's a good worker. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen him work. He's been in but anyway, Stokely Hathaway.
I can't comment on his
ROH,
wrestling.
Evolve.
I think it would be nice to see.
I was very excited about it.
Nice to see the managerial role.
He's very intelligent as a manager. He's good. He does a lot. Robbie E. was very happy. And Cal Bloom, just a no-name right now, but his father, you know probably more about him than me. I don't know his father.
His father was one half of the Beverly Brothers.
Yeah.
Also, they were...
I was very young.
They were in WCW during the Nitro reign. What the heck did they wrestle as then? They wrestled as Wayne Bloom and Mike Enos. They had a tag team name.
Yeah. Mike Enos, I remember that.
Yeah, the Beverly Brothers. Yeah. He has great size. Other than
he's a former D1 football player.
Here is where I think they win in the situation. He's never really trained to wrestle. He's never had a wrestling match. He's not going to pick up bad habits that WWE is going to have to untrain. I think those are the type of people they should go for. I think I know nothing about the man, but I think based upon the pedigree he comes from, he probably has a better understanding of how the wrestling business may work than someone that doesn't have a relative in the industry, so to speak. And they're always going to try and push the big guy, so I wish all 3 of them luck.
Absolutely.
Robbie E., we tried to have him a few times here in the MWF, and he canceled quite a few times, but, I'm sure it means a lot to him to be there.
Absolutely. Last bit of news was WWE officials are pushing for a women's match in Saudi Arabia. I think that would be very good if they could do it. Just another step in the right direction. That's the whole point of the Saudi Arabia trip, other than just money. I know you're going to say that. It's also to try to make the country see women as a thing, too.
Right.
I think it's going to be very good. I know you don't care, so we probably don't even need to get into it because you're just going to poo-poo all over it. So that's it for headlines, though.
My point is this. If Saudi Arabia or anyone, whether it's the Melrose Little League or the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, if they want to buy an event from you and try and dictate to you what's on the event, that's their prerogative.
Right.
You know, as a fan, I'm more than happy not to see the women on a show, but you're just trying to make your person, the people buying it, happy.
So awful.
It's not, it's just, I don't like the fake looking moves. And I don't like having it shoved down people's throat.
You're
on
just
every
so uneducated about women's wrestling. There's so much, not just WWE. There is so much around.
There is, and I really don't want to watch
so
much.
Uneducated.
I really don't want to watch much.
Oh my God!
Even though Crown Jewel was atrocious, it was nice to see the
uneducated about
Greatest Royal Rumble, a show
so
without
many good
having
women
to.
Workers, man.
It's
disappointing.
Oh, you try so hard. Oh, here's your title, and now it's your turn to have the title. And you can do Eddie Guerrero's moves this week.
That's the end of headlines for this week.
And you can try and do a 619 the next week, and on and on.
Allentown. This Monday, March 25th, WWE Live returns on the road to WrestleMania as AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and Daniel Bryan clash for the WWE Championship in an Anything Goes triple threat match. Plus, Asuka battles Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship in an epic battle. And don't miss Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, and The New Day. It's the WWE Live Road to WrestleMania Tour this Monday, March 25th. Tickets are available now.
See the moments.
Generation X invades WCW.
You'll always remember. Like never before.
Occupy Raw has taken over.
With Raw, the first 25 years, packed with rare photos, profiles of your favorite superstars, and so much more. From the very first Raw to the 25th anniversary, it's the ultimate guide to WWE's flagship show. Raw, the first 25 years. Available now.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome back. We just learned from our crack producer in the back that because of time restrictions, we're going to be back with another episode this week. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
All right, so we're going to wrap up the show now. For Dave Carter himself over there, I'm Dan Marotti. March 30th here in the studio. Come meet Tony Atlas, have some fun on Memories and Legends. New York City, Friday, April the 5th, Saturday, April the 6th, it's WrestleCon. Come meet Tony in person. Zeb Coulter, Jerry Briscoe, Wes Briscoe. WrestleMania morning, head on over to Mark out at the Meadowlands. Meet Zeb Coulter, Crime Time, and a host of others. Then, I'm telling you, fans, you'll have the time of your life if you're going to be in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Sunday night, April the 7th. Nonetheless, for fans here in New England, don't forget, Sunday coming up, WWE Road to WrestleMania. The Raw brand comes to Amherst, Massachusetts. Very rare appearance in Amherst. Monday night, TD Garden. Tuesday night, SmackDown Live in Mohegan Sun again. For the man right now, he's just itching to get back on that app. I'm Dan Marotti. Until you speak again, folks. Until you speak again, right? You and yours be well. Good night.
Providence. On Tuesday, May 21st, feel the thrill of WWE SmackDown Live with a night of excitement.
What is going on here?
Kevin Owens is back. That's what's going on.
As Kevin Owens clashes with Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Plus, AJ Styles collides with Randy Orton in an epic battle. It's WWE SmackDown Live in Providence on Tuesday, May 21st. Tickets and ring center packages are available.